Hi, welcome to Uptown Pilates Online. I'm Connie, and today I'm going to do a video flexion free. So some people have osteoporosis and they really shouldn't be doing bending forwards. Some people have herniated disc, bulging disc. Some people don't have a diagnosis. It just hurts when they bend forward. So this workout is going to be flexion free. Hopefully I'll get some extra stretching in for you. So you should grab some props if you have them. So some yoga blocks if you have them, a ball, maybe like a blanket, a big blanket, big pillow, cushion, something that you can sit on, and actually a bath towel. I forgot my bath towel, so I just have a little hand towel here. But a bath towel or a yoga strap or a flex band if you have something like that. So just pause the video, go grab all your stuff, and then come on back and we will get started. So we're going to start. I have to remember to do this flexion free. We're going to start by lying down. So best if you sit kind of on your one hip and come to lying down and then roll onto your back. And once you're here, try to find your neutral spine. So tailbone flat, little bit of space between your low back mat. Ribs are down. If you feel like your head is tipped back, you can see the ceiling behind you. You might want to put a towel or the cushion underneath your head so that you're looking at the ceiling directly above you. And let's do some breathing. So we're going to inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale, you want to feel your ribs expand left and right and back against the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Keep breathing. Your rib cage should open up. When it opens up, your collarbone should move. So you could actually even put your fingers up on your collarbone. And as you inhale, you should feel your collarbone move and exhale. I have worked with people who, when they breathe, their collarbone doesn't move. So there should be some movement there as the whole rib cage expands and then closes back together. All right, so keep breathing and let's do a hip release. So we're going to keep the pelvis still. You can have your hands on your hips. Make sure that the pelvis stays nice and still here. And we will inhale, open the right leg to the right, slide your heel out, turn your knee to the ceiling and slide your heel back up. Inhale, open. Extend the leg, rotate the leg, and slide the heel back up. One more time, open and extend. Exhale as you rotate and slide back up. Stay with your right leg, just tip it over to the left, slide your heel out. So your knee is turned inward. Now exhale, rotate your legs so your knee turns outward and slide the heel up. Inhale, turn it over to the left, extend, exhale, rotate, and slide the heel up. One more time, over to the left, extend, exhale, rotate, and slide the heel up. Let's go to the left leg. Inhale, open the leg, keeping the pelvis nice and level. So imagine you've got a glass of water balanced on your right hip. You don't want that water to spill because the right hip lifted. And one more time, open, extend, exhale, rotate, slide the heel up. Then let's change directions. Go tip your leg over to the right, extend, rotate, and slide the heel up. Inhale, tip over to the right, extend. Exhale, rotate, slide back up. One more time, over to the right, extend. Exhale, rotate. and slide back up. Now let's do a fun little thing. Let's do both legs. So still keeping your pelvis stable. Inhale, open both knees, slide your heels out. Turn your legs to parallel, slide your heels back up. Hopefully you can do that. If you're on a mat or a rug or something, you might end up pulling the rug. But what I want you to see if you can feel is your abdominals work as you slide those heels back up to your sit bones. Inhale, open, extend, rotate the legs, slide the heels back up. 2 more, open, extend, rotate the legs, slide the heels back up. 1 more time, open, extend, rotate the legs, and slide the heels back up. Let's do some rotation. So you can reach your arms out to a T. I'm actually on a reformer, so I'm going to just keep my arms by my side. You can also keep your arms by your side. And we're going to try to keep the knees glued together and both shoulders on the mat. So we're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, pick your left hip up and let your legs, hips, and ribs go over to the right. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale here. Exhale, pick your right hip up. Let the legs, hips, and ribs go over to the left. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, pick the left hip up, legs, hips, and ribs. Go over to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the center. 1 more time. Pick the right hip up. Legs, hips, and ribs go over to the left. Hold for the inhale. And exhale back to the center. Then we're going to turn onto our right side. You want to imagine you've got your head and hips against a wall. So nice straight line. Your bottom arm either straight in front of you or folded like a pillow under your head. About a 90-degree bend at your hips and at your knees. And we inhale, reach the top arm up. Exhale, keep the arm in line with your body as you rotate. Try to keep your legs together. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, rotate, and lower the arm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, rotate, and lower the arm. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, rotate, and lower the arm. Then we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. And if you can't kneel, you can technically sit. Just sit and kind of do the same type of movement. We are going to go from neutral into extension and then back to neutral. I forgot my little ponytail thing today, so my hair is all over the place. All right, so we're going to start in our neutral spine. We're going to take a inhale, exhale. And then on your inhale, kind of lift your sit bones, lift your chest through your arms, and then exhale just to neutral spine. Now, if you're doing this and you can flex your spine, you could go into flexion. But again, this is a flexion-free little video. So we inhale, lift the sit bones, lift the chest right through the arms, and exhale back to neutral. 1 more time. Inhale, lifting the sit bones, lifting the chest, keeping your low back supported, and exhale back to neutral. Then we're going to come to lying down on our left side. Again, sitting and then coming down onto your side. Imagine you're against that wall and 90 degrees at the hips and the knees. arms straight or folded like a pillow under your head. And we inhale, reach the top arm up. Exhale, rotate. Do the best you can to keep your knees together. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, rotate, and lower the arm. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, rotate, and lower the arm one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, rotate, and lower the arm. All right, we're going to come back onto our back. I'm just flipping over. And let's warm up the shoulders a little bit. I will not forget my ponytail holder again, that's for sure. Okay, so back to lying in our neutral spine. And we're going to reach our arms to the ceiling. You want to feel your shoulder blades touching the mat, hopefully. Okay, and then also feel that how nice and open you feel in the front of the chest. So inhale, reach to the ceiling, just pause for a moment. So you don't feel your shoulder blades touching the mat anymore, and you feel kind of crunched in the front of the chest. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades back down. So sometimes we get really tight in the front of the chest, and this is what's happening to us. And exhale, slide the shoulder blades back down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades back down. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. And slide the shoulder blades back down. Let's do some arm scissors. So we're going to try to keep our rib cage on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, reach one arm by your ear, other arm by your hip. This arm by the ear only goes as far as, again, you can keep your ribs on the mat. Inhale as the arms pass. Exhale to switch. Inhale. And 1 more each side. Last one. Both arms reach up. Let's do full circles. So inhale as you reach the arms back. Again, working to keep your ribs on the mat. Exhale as you make your wings. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, make your wings. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale and reverse. Inhale, make your wings. And then exhale up to the ceiling, down by your hips. Inhale. 1 more. Down by your side. Let's do some shoulder bridges. So Pilates shoulder bridge is actually starting on a neutral spine, lifting up to your bridge, all the while maintaining that neutral. So again, we're not doing any flexion here. So we have heels in line with our sit bones. Take an inhale. Exhale, just lift straight up to your bridge. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, right at the top of your legs, you bend to come back down onto your mat. Inhale. Exhale, lift straight up. Kind of keep your ribs tucked so you're not overly extending your spine. And then right at the top of the legs, the hip joint bend to come back down. Let's do that 1 more time. We'll add on to that. So inhale. Exhale to lift straight up to your bridge. Hold for an inhale. And exhale to come back down. Now let's come up to the bridge and do some marches. As we do these little marches, and they don't have to be big, you want to make sure that your pelvis stays level. Okay, so we'll take an inhale. Exhale, lift straight up to the bridge. Now you could put your hands on your hips. Help make sure you keep your pelvis level. Inhale. Exhale, lift the right foot. Exhale the left. Exhale right. 2 more sets. Lift, lift. Last set. Lift, lift. Inhale. Exhale to set the hips all the way down. Okay? Let's come up and roll over onto our tummy. So you're going to have your head down like that. And I'm going to have my head lifted so I can talk and not sound funny. So this is our breaststroke prep. So the hands are approximately in line with your ears, okay? And ideally legs are together, or you could have them slightly apart if that feels better on your back. You want to feel wide across the collarbone, so you're not squeezing your arms in, making your shoulders hunch. We're going to press palms and elbows down, and on the inhale, you're just going to start from your bottom rib to extend the spine, and exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, press palms and elbows down. Makes the scapula kind of slide away from the ears as you extend. And exhale to release all the way down. Inhale, press palms and elbows down as you extend. Exhale as you release. 2 more, press palms and elbows down. Extend. Exhale. You want to release all the way. Again, I'm not releasing completely because I need to keep my head up so I can talk. One more time. Inhale, press palms and elbows down. Extend. And exhale to release. So then you're going to bring your arms by your side. Your shoulders are going to roll forward. Your palms will face the ceiling. And again, you're going to put your head down on the mat, on the floor. I'm keeping mine lifted so I can talk. I'm going to give you the long cue the first couple times, and then I'll shorten it so it moves a little bit quicker. We're going to start to slide the shoulder blades towards the spine. That kind of pulls the head of your arms to the side of your body. Your palms face your hips, and you come just to a low hover, which is where I am staying normally. And exhale, then release everything down. Let your shoulders roll forward again. One more time of the long version. Slide your shoulder blades towards your spine. Pulls the head of the arms to the side of the body. Palms face the hips. Come to a low hover. That's all on an inhale. And then exhale. Release all the way down. Now I'm going to shorten it. I'm going to call it stabilize your shoulder girdle. So we inhale. Stabilize the shoulder girdle. Come to a low hover. Exhale to release all the way down. 2 more. Inhale, stabilize shoulder girdle. Come to low hover. Exhale to release. 1 more time. Inhale, stabilize shoulder girdle. Come to a low hover. And exhale, release all the way down. So the last one is to put your hands under your forehead. So let your forehead rest on your hands. Again, I have my head lifted, and we're going to bring our arms with us to that low hover. So we inhale, come to the low hover, hands at your forehead if you can. Exhale, release all the way down. If that's too much for you, just leave your arms down. And inhale, low hover. Exhale to release. 3 more. Legs are heavy and anchored. Inhale, low hover. Exhale to release. 2 more. Inhale, low hover. Exhale to release. Last one. Inhale, low hover. And exhale to release. Come up onto your hands and knees. And then just kind of take your hips back towards your heels. If this doesn't work for you, you could just sit and give your back a little break from all that extension. Okay? All right. And let's come to lying down again on our back. So turning on your side and coming to lie all the way down. All right, so we're going to do the 100. I actually have several clients who can't bend. So they can still do the 100. They just keep their head on the mat. And they're not working, it's not any easier. Hopefully you're going to figure that out here in a moment. It's not any easier. The muscles are just at a different length. So you'll still be working quite as hard as someone who curls up for the 100. So I'm going to cue leg work. You can do the leg work. You can keep your legs in tabletop. You can keep your legs straight if you want, all right? So low back supported. Again, since this is flexion free, we're going to keep the spine neutral and bring one leg tabletop, other leg comes up. Arms come up to hover by your side, and here we go. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Reach the legs straight. You exhale all the way to 20. Bend to frog legs. You exhale all the way to 30. Open up wide. You exhale all the way to 40. Close back together. You exhale all the way to 50. Bend to tabletop. You exhale all the way to 60. Reach out straight. You exhale all the way to 70. Bend to frog legs. You exhale all the way to 80. Open up wide. You exhale all the way to 90. Close back together. You exhale all the way to 100. Bend your knees, arms down, one foot down. Keep your low back supported, other foot down. Okay, we're going to do some leg circles. So grab your towel, yoga strap, flex band, whatever you might need to help you out here. So I had a flex band, but it didn't show up against the green wall. I don't know if you're actually going to see a green wall or not. But this is being professionally recorded, and my yellow flex band wouldn't show up. So I'm just going to use a towel. And we're going to straighten the left leg. Oops, I just flexed up. Put the strap over your right foot, okay? If you need to keep your knee bent, because that feels better on your hamstrings, please do so. And again, I forgot my bath towel, so this is kind of short, but I'm going to go with it. So we're going to inhale. I'm not going to be able to do this at all. Okay, I'm not going to use a towel. You can use the towel or band. And here we go. We're going to inhale, go over to the left and down. Exhale out and up. All the while, we're trying to keep the pelvis nice and level. Inhale. 4. Last one. And reverse. Go out to the right. 2. 3. 4. Last one. And bend your knee, set your foot down. Let's switch whatever you're using for a prop to the left leg. Again, we're trying to maintain our neutral spine. Inhale over to the right. 2, 3, 4. Last one. And reverse. Go out to the left. If you inhale as your leg goes out to the left, you're actually inhaling on the hard part of the exercise, which makes it a little bit more challenging. Bend your knee and set your foot down. Okay, let's go into the ab series. Again, non-flexion. We're not going to pick our head up. If you're doing this and you can flex, you can curl up if you'd like to. So low back supported, one leg tabletop, Other leg comes up to meet it. Both hands are on your right knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, switch. Now, if you can, this hand that's the same as the leg bending, you reach that hand towards your ankle. But try to maintain your neutral spine. Here's the last set. Leg center, set one foot down, other foot down. Double leg stretch. We're going to be straight, reaching both legs out straight. At the same time, we're going to bend our elbows, straighten our arms, and then circle your arms, bringing your hands back to your knees. Lots of moving parts happening. You want to pay attention that, again, you're keeping your spine supported in neutral. So, one leg tabletop, other leg comes up, hands outside your knees, inhale, exhale, inhale. The weight of your legs are really going to challenge your abdominals to keep your low back supported. And here's 5. And 7. Last one. Center, set one foot down, other foot down. Last one we're going to do is leg scissors. So low back supported. Again, you might need one of your props. You might need your towel or your band. And if you use something like that, what I'd suggest is you do the same leg 8 times and then switch and do the other leg 8 times, because you're not going to be able to switch your prop from leg to leg. So just do one leg 8 times and then do the other leg 8 times, okay? So again, low back supported, one leg up, other leg comes up, both legs go straight. Hold on to your right leg, lower your left only as much as your back doesn't change the position. Inhale as the legs pass. Unless you're sticking with just the one leg. Ooh, this is really hard and not curled up. Here's 5. 7. Last full set. Both legs up, knees bend, one foot down, other foot down. Okay. So let's roll over onto our side and come up to sitting. Let's do some rotation. So here's where you might want to grab your pillow or towel, something to sit on. And you can sit, I'm actually going to turn to the side here, I think. You can sit, especially if you're sitting on something, you can have your legs straight. Cushion's kind of funny feeling. Okay, you can have your legs straight, or you can still sit crisscross leg if that feels better for you. And you feel like you can sit up nice and straight, not all rounded back, because once again, we're trying to do a flexion-free workshop here, or video here, not workshop. Okay, so we're going to reach the arms out. I'm just going to stay to the side here. We're going to take an inhale. This is our basic rotation. So we exhale, go right, release a little further, inhale, center. Then left. Inhale, center. Now, if you happen to actually watch the video here, you'll see that my legs are staying the same length. Because in Pilates, our rotation is just up in the trunk. We don't take the hip with us like we would in normal everyday movement. So we're just trying to strengthen obliques and other rotator muscles on the spine. One more each side. And last time to the left. Center and bring the arms down. All right, while we're here on this cushion or pillow, I actually have to take mine out because I'm pretty sure I would fall over. Okay, but you can stay sitting on yours. We're going to do, this exercise is actually called neck pull, which is kind of a funny name for it, but it's a nice straight back type of exercise. So perfect to have in our non-flexion class here. So we're going to bring our fingertips to our forehead. Your legs are hip distance apart. So you could, if you feel like you're struggling to keep your legs down, you could hold the ball between your thighs, okay? Try to get your feet to be as flat as they can. I know some people have tight ankles and their feet won't go all the way flat. Fingertips are at the forehead. We're sitting up nice and tall, nice and straight. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale, just lean straight back. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, come straight forward onto the sit bones. Inhale. Exhale, lean straight back. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, straight forward onto the sit bones. Inhale. Exhale, tummy flat. Inhale. Exhale, straight forward. 2 more. Exhale, lean straight back. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Last one. Exhale, lean straight back. Inhale. And exhale, forward. Straighten your legs, shake them out. Sometimes people get grippy in the front of their legs. And with that, we'll actually come to lying on our tummies again. And let's do some one-leg kicks. Give the quads a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to be up on our forearms. If this hurts your back at all, your low back, you can come all the way down and still be able to do the one-leg kick. Otherwise, we're up on our forearms. Our tummies are tight, so you're going to bring your hip bones off the mat, okay? If you leave the hip bones on the mat, let's see if I can do this. You're really sinking into your low back. And for some people, it might feel natural. For some, it might feel uncomfortable. So just keep your tummy tight. Bring your hip bones with you. Stay up out of your shoulder joints. We're going to start with the right leg. And we inhale. Exhale. We bend the knee. Point the foot. Release it a little. Flex your foot like you're standing. Release it. Point your foot. Release the leg all the way down. And we point, flex, point, and release. Now pay attention to your body. See if it feels like as you bend your knee, your booty pops up. That means you're really tight in the front of the legs, in your hip joints, your hip flexors. It should be able to stay nice and flat while you're doing these little knee bends. Still lifting up out of your shoulder joint. Neck is nice and long. Try to keep your head up. And here's our last set. Last one. And release all the way down. So again, you put your head down. You might want it up to watch this first one. So we're going to do a hip extension. This is a little bit different version of hip extension. And then once you've seen what we're doing, then I want you to put your head down. And again, I'm going to keep mine lifted so I can talk. So we're going to tuck the toes. And because my left side's facing the camera, this is what we're going to start with, the left side. So tuck your toes, and we're going to straighten the knee. Then you're going to hold your leg right where it is. Don't lift it, don't let it lower, and point your foot. Put your toes down, put your knee down. Okay, so now you can put your head down now that you've seen what we're going to do. So left toes are tucked. We're going to straighten the knee. Hold the leg right there. Point your foot. Put your toes down. Put your knee down. Straighten your knee. Point your foot. Toes down. Knee down. Straighten. Point. Toes down. Knee down. One more time. Straighten. Point, toes down, knee down. Okay, let's switch over to the right leg. Now that you kind of know what you're doing, try to pay attention to all the things that happen in your body when you point your foot. Personally, I think it's pretty crazy because just all kinds of muscles have to activate just from this very small movement. All right, so right toes are tucked. We straighten the knee, hold the leg there, point your foot. Put your toes down, put your knee down. Straighten your knee, point your foot, toes down, knee down. Straighten, point, toes down, knee down. Two more. Straighten the knee, point the foot, toes down, knee down. Last one. Straighten, point, toes down, knee down. Okay, let's try both legs. Some people find this impossible to do. So if you do that, if it's a struggle for you, this is an exercise you might want to do more often. All right, so both feet are tucked. Actually, I've never done it with my head up. Let's see how it goes. So we straighten both knees, point both feet, put your toes down, put your knees down. Straighten both knees, tighten your tummy, then point your feet, toes down, knees down. If this is bothering your back, you need to stop. Don't do it. Straighten both knees, tighten your tummy, point both feet, toes down, knees down. Two more. Straighten your knees, tummy tight, point your feet, toes down, knees down. Last one. Straighten your knees, tummy tight, point your feet, toes down, and knees down. Let's come up onto our hands and knees. And just take your hips back towards your heels, keeping your back straight, but letting a little bit of release happen in that low back if you got too tense there. Couple bit more breaths. One more. All right, let's go to lying on our tummy and do the full breaststroke. So actually, I really like to follow that leg series with a full breaststroke. It makes the full breaststroke feel easier for some reason. Ideally, the legs are together, or if you need, slightly apart to feel more comfortable on your low back. We're going to be in a low hover, reaching the arms overhead. So inhale, you start to sweep your arms through the water, lifting up. Exhale, low hover. So earlier we did the breaststroke prep, and we practiced this low hover and this higher lift. Exhale. I also like to think of this as we're coming up out of the water for air. Here's 5, 6, 7, last one, and release. Then press yourself up and back, keeping your back straight. Just take your hips back towards your heels. And let's come to lying on our right side. We're going to do some side lying, side leg. So stretch yourself out nice and long. Bottom arm can be straight, or you can fold the arm like a pillow under your head. You can take your pillow and put it under your head if somehow having your arm in this position bothers your shoulders. So, short of actually lining up against a wall or having somebody kind of check our form, you just want to see if you can feel like a straight line from your shoulder through the center of your hip, center of your knee, right down to the center of your ankle. Keep the spine nice and long and bend your knees, bringing your heels towards your booty. You can put your left hand on your hip, and this is to make sure you keep the pelvis stable. And then we're just going to rotate the top leg open and close. Rotate and close. Make sure your chin is off of your chest. So we're not kind of hunkering down, getting ready to take a nap or go to sleep at night. So we're not curled up. We've got nice long spine even through our neck. Here's 6 and 7. Here's 8 and 9. And last one. And release. Then we'll stretch the legs out nice and long. And we make sure there's a little bit of space between our mat and our ribs. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. Okay, here we go. So we lift the top leg, point the foot, flex the foot, and lower. Lift and point, flex and lower. Here's 3, flex and lower. And there's really no need to kick the leg up high. You keep it just a little bit higher than the hip. Make sure you're moving your ankle joint. That's what that part's all about, getting movement in the ankle joint. And here's 8 and 9. And last one, and release. Staggered legs. So we inhale, lift the top leg, bring the bottom leg up to meet it, and release both legs down. Lift, lift, release. Now, if you want to challenge, lift, lift, don't release all the way. Lift, lift, release, either all the way or partly. Lift, lift, release. Here's 5. Lift, release. 6. Lift, release. 7. Lift, release. 8. 9. Release. Last one. And release all the way. If your hip needs a stretch, just bring that leg up. And then we're going to do both legs together. Okay, so we still got that space between our waist and the mat. That's what I wanted to say, waist and the mat, not the ribs. And we'll take an inhale, exhale, both legs float up. The top leg gets a little bit longer. And release or hover. So lift, release, or hover. Lift, release, or hover. 4, release. 5, release. 6, release. 7, release. 8, release. 9, release. Last one, and release all the way down. Roll onto your back. So I was just thinking, some of you probably have heard this story if you've taken Pilates from me. Let's put the left ankle on the right knee. But if you haven't, give that left hip a stretch. When I was a brand new instructor, like a month old, I was working with a guy and I was having him do this side leg series. And I wanted him to have his top leg be as long as his bottom leg. And I literally had a hold of his leg and I was pulling it. And I'm like, okay, can you make your top leg as long as your bottom leg? And he finally told me, he's like, oh, I have one leg shorter than the other. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I will never pull on anyone's legs again. Okay, let's roll over into our left side and do that all again. So first, stretch yourself out nice and long. And then keeping the spine long, bend your knees, bringing your heels towards your booty. Right hand can be on your hip, and we inhale. Exhale, rotate the top leg open, and close. Rotate, and close. Here's 3, and close. Again, neck is nice and long. 4, and 5. Here's 6, and 7. Here's 8, and 9. Just the leg moving. Pelvis, spine stay nice and still. Last one, and release. Okay, stretch the legs out again, nice and long. Neck is long, and we lift and point, flex and lower. Lift and point, flex and lower. Here's 3, flex and lower. 4, flex and lower. 5, here's 6, 7, here's 8, and 9. Last one, and lower. And let's do staggered legs. So inhale, lift the top leg. Exhale, lift the bottom up to meet it. Release both legs or hover them. Only lift the top as high as you can bring that bottom leg up. This is hip abduction, hip adduction. And we lift, lift, and lower. Here's 4, and 5. Check with your neck and shoulders. Don't want to be tensing there. Here's 7, and 8, 9. Last one, and lower. If you need to, give that hip a stretch. And then we'll do both legs together. So we take an inhale, exhale, top leg gets a little bit longer, and release. And that's really helping to ensure that you're not dropping down into this top waist. You're keeping your pelvis stacked. And here's 4, and 5. Here's 6, and 7. Here's 8, and 9. Last one, and release all the way down. And let's roll onto our back. And put the right ankle on the left knee. And then if this is enough, you can stay here, or if you need a bigger stretch, push your leg into you. All right, let's do a couple stretches here. So let's grab your flex band or towel, yoga strap. Oops, I didn't come up correctly on that one. I'm not used to being non-flexion. Sorry about that. So let's come to lying on our back and take whatever you have and put it behind your right leg. So this is a hamstring stretch, and it's an active hamstring stretch. It's kind of stretches I like, the more active ones rather than static. So you're going to hold your right leg as close to you as you can and get your leg straight, okay? So in other words, if you go to straighten your leg and that's it, then you need to move your leg away from you so you can get that hamstring muscle completely lengthened out, okay? I'm not going to use anything here. We're going to do 5 of these with a pointed foot, and then we're going to change the foot, and it's going to change the stretch. The left leg is out nice and straight on the mat if it's comfortable on your back. Otherwise, you could have your knee bent. Okay. So holding your right leg, and we inhale, exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend. So again, you want to get your leg completely straight and find a place where that can happen, okay? So that you keep your leg, your upper leg, your femur in one place. And here we go again. Exhale, stretch. Please, 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 please be respectful of your body. Stretch. And 2 more. And what's making this active is that it's our quads. It's the front of our legs that's straightening the leg, and that's helping to create that stretch on the back of the leg. Now hold here, flex your foot like you're standing. Now if you're actually watching, you're going to see me shake like crazy. So we're going to exhale, reach the heel to the ceiling. Yikes. And bend. My calf muscles have always been super tight. Reach your heel to the ceiling and bend. Exhale, reach. And 2 more. Exhale, reach. And last one. Exhale, reach and bend. Now, I have to ask a favor. I need everybody to humor me. Set your foot down. Slide your right leg out. It should feel at least 6 inches longer than your left, okay? That's the absolute beauty of this stretch. So you can even look. They're probably the same length. It just feels a lot longer than the left. Okay, let's switch over to the left leg. So holding on to the leg. Finding the place where you're going to be able to get your leg completely straight, doable, don't hurt yourself. Foot is pointed. Exhale and bend. Exhale and bend. Exhale. 2 more. These nice days we've had, I've been walking more and my legs actually feel tighter. Okay, here it comes, the fun one. Flex your foot like you're standing and reach your heel to the ceiling and bend. Holy moly. And reach and bend. My right foot's flexed in sympathy and bend. 2 more. And bend. Last one. And bend. Set your foot down. Slide your leg out. Hopefully now your legs feel the same length. Okay? All right. Let's roll onto our sides. Push ourselves up. We're going to try another stretch. This one I have found a lot of people struggled with, so if it doesn't work for you, please, again, don't hurt yourself. You might want to grab your yoga blocks. And what we're going to do is, and again, I understand some people aren't able to bend their knees this much, so that in itself might make this exercise difficult for you, I'm just going to go with this. I'm not going to give you any suggestions. Because again, what I like about what this stretch is going to do is it's active. Active means there's a muscle group that's causing the stretch. It's not just that we're yanking on a body part to create the stretch. There's nothing wrong with those. I just prefer more active. Okay, so we're going to bring, this is my right side, so I'm going to keep my right leg here. Left foot comes forward. Now, if you can, put your hands flat behind you, okay? If that doesn't work for you, you need the yoga blocks. Now I moved them, and I can't get them back. Okay. Put your hands on the yoga blocks. And what we're going to do is you're going to use your glutes, your butt muscles, to lift your hips. That's going to create a stretch in this right hip. So we're going to take an inhale. Exhale to lift your hips. Holy moly. And release. For you, those of you that know me, you're like, oh, she's not doing anything different for the video. Here we go again. Exhale. Wow. Inhale to release. And exhale. Again, please, I know I've already asked a dozen times, be careful with your body. One more time. Exhale. And release. Okay? So let's switch legs. There are, again, other ways to do quad stretches, but I'll let you guys find those on your own if this one doesn't work for you. Okay, so we're going to take an inhale. Exhale. Ooh, this one's much tighter. Inhale, release. Exhale, also kind of check on your shoulders. Make sure you're not drunk, kind of crunch down into your shoulder joints. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale to release. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale to release. Last one. Exhale. Inhale to release. Okay. Now, we're going to do a little shoulder stretch. This actually came from a video, Pilates for golfers. So I have a maple pole from the Reformer. You can use a broom. You can use a golf club. That's what they used in that video. But you could use a broom. You could use a Swiffer. If you have a cane, you can use a cane. So again, if you want to pause the video, go find something, because I think I forgot to mention this. All right, again, this is probably number 15. Please be careful with your body parts. We're going to hold on to the outsides. If you're using a broom, just have one hand on the end and grip the broom with the other hand. But if you've got like a golf club or your cane, just have your hands on the outside, okay? We're going to take an inhale, exhale. Let's turn to the right. And then you're going to lightly press the pole with your left hand. So it deepens that stretch in your right shoulder. Inhale to the front. Exhale, let's go to the left and press the pole with your right hand. Okay, all kinds of teeny tiny little muscles in your shoulder joint. Please don't tear anything. Don't overly stretch. If it doesn't feel good, please stop. And another one to the left. And center. One more each side. And center. Last one to the left. And and center. Then we're going to have, I'm trying to do this opposite. We're going to have the right underhand, the left overhand. The further apart your hands are in this next stretch, the more you're going to stretch. If it feels too much, slide your hands in closer together. Again, here's number 16. Be careful with your body. We're going to flip the right over the left and unflip. Okay? And flip. And unflip. So if you're a golfer, you can use these little shoulder stretches before you start your golf game. Okay, let's switch our grip. And we flip left over right. Woo, doggy. And unflip. And flip. Oh no, I've made this one really long. This video, here we go. One more. And unflip. Okay, set your, whatever you used aside. Let's just end with a side bend. I'm going to stand. I'm looking at the video person to make sure I'm doing okay. Let's reach the arms out. We're going to take an inhale. Let's reach the right arm up. Exhale. Just go into a side bend. Nice stretch for the side of the body. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, reach the arms out. Inhale, reaching the left arm up. Exhale. Inhale as you stack the vertebra. Exhale. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale. Inhale as you stack the spine up. And last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale as you stack the spine up. Exhale and release. Thank you so much for watching our video. Again, it was professionally recorded by Spectrum Pro Audio here in Rochester. They're doing an awesome job. The studio looks like a movie theater. So if you need a sound company for, you want to have a concert in your backyard, you need some conferencing, videos, microphones, teleconferencing, they do all that kind of stuff. So Spectrum Pro Audio here in Rochester, and this is Uptown Pilates, and I'm Connie, and thank you so much for watching the video.